So, Scuffgrim, what is your preferred large cart storage container combo?
This is a...
Yeah, what is your... and this has changed over the years because we got new containers before.
Totally changed over the years.
Yeah, Adam would have just been like, it's this, because he loved just creating a large cart and just having his giant large cart filled with junk. But I don't think it's necessarily that case anymore.
No. My preferred way of storing... Well, it really all depends on what we're talking about storing here. But if it's like storing tools and items that you've created, the best is the large storage unit. And I think it's mostly just because it looks nice and it's compact and it can hold a boatload of stuff. But not as much as my old method, which was I would put 7 small rafts inside of a large cart, and each of those small rafts could hold a ton of stuff. So yeah, either one of those. I just like the look of the large storage unit.
How much does a large storage unit hold?
It holds about 3 rafts full. So it's not as much as the 7 rafts that you would get in a large cart, but
I see.
The large cart, I always hated how that large cart looked. And like you could always just put 2 large storage units next to each other and they look so much nicer than the large cart.
Yeah. Unless you're talking about bulk storage.
Right. It depends on what kind of storage we're talking here. Like I would use that stuff
you did
to
say
store like
large cart storage container.
Right. It's like
combo.
If I'm going to store tools and items that don't go into a bulk storage, essentially, it would be a large.
And
storage
typical
unit.
saying, coffins are still pretty good, right?
Coffins are good. Yeah, they're very large. Large chests are usually where you start off with that sort of thing. Like a large chest will hold a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, coffins are much, much larger than that even.
Coffins might be the easiest, because I think that the large storage unit does take a bit to make. I mean, but if you can get away with it, you got the skill, it's probably the cleanest solution. What's
funny is they made it so that you need 3 small rafts to make the large storage unit. It's like they paid homage to the old school large cart method.
Yeah, they put crafts in there. And Garaz, you have 5 small crates in your mine, and you use it for transportation, not storing stuff. And that's something that Adam adheres to like crazy. Just having, we used to, even though, so bulk storage bins store like a lot of dirt. What is it? It's exactly like 800 and something. But he would always store the dirt in large crates, even though you could only have 300 in them. It's like a lot less. But just for that ability to load them onto a wagon or load them onto a cart and be able to just transport them at a whim. He just didn't like having the he was okay with sacrificing the capacity for portability. And
storage is one of those things that I've been talking a lot in the Alliance about, because we got a bunch of new players in our Alliance, and storage in this game is actually quite confusing. There's like a lot to know, and we have like an old video on storage that I think is pretty much the same. Like there's no...
Didn't have all the new stuff.
But it had crates. I'm pretty sure.
Potentially.
And I think what else after crates? Like the only other things are like the large storage units and maybe the racks that hold the bulk storage racks and the bulk the crate racks. Those were the only things that really weren't in there yet.
Yeah, and Raybark saying it right there. Crates are better now because you can make a crate rack and then just dump all of your crates in there, freeing up all those spaces. Can't you do that with a bulk storage bin as well? Or is it just empty bulk storage bins?
So they have a empty bulk storage rack that you can just dump empty ones, but they did create a bulk storage unit that takes 4 bulk storage bins and sort of combines them into a single unit That when you open it up, there's 4 bulk storage, but it's only 4, I think.
I see.
I mean, back in the day,
it was performance reasons.
Do you remember? Right, performance reasons. Do you remember back in the day when we were building the labyrinth? We had all those mats laid out in all those crates. There must have been like 200 crates just out on the ground. We totally could have used those racks.
That's true. Yeah, it was crazy time.
But the thing that makes storage really confusing in this game is because there's a hidden value for volume. Like you can't see the volume that an item will take up, and you can't see the amount of volume that a container can take. However, it's there, and it's the thing that will prevent you. Like if you're trying to like put logs into a large cart, for example, you'll get to a point where it says the large cart will not fit another log, and there's only like 72 logs in there, and you're like, well, it should hold 100, but it's not holding 100. And that's because you reach the maximum volume of that container. I wish it was a little bit more transparent.
It's even worse because if you were a new player and like I just happened upon a stream and the new player was like just learning that they could put rafts into a large cart, and someone's like, yeah, you can put 7 rafts in the large cart. You should just put 7 rafts. And that'll increase your capacity. And personally, because I'm like a woodcutter, I'm thinking, oh, that's not good because you can hold more logs in an empty cart than you can with a cart filled with 7 rafts due to this limitation of volume. And the same with like felled trees. You can put felled trees into your cart, but you can't put felled trees into a raft. And I don't know. It's not so clear cut. It depends on what exactly you want to put into your cart.
If you're trying to transport a lot of little things, like a lot of little things, okay. So here's a strategy. Like an example of a lot of little things might be like a lot of corn. Or like some kind of vegetable or something like that. You put those 7 rafts into the large cart, and inside of each of those rafts, you put a whole bunch of backpacks. I think you can hold, is it 10 backpacks in each raft?
It's quite a few. Yeah. I don't know exactly the number.
Inside each of those backpacks, you put however many pottery bowls can fit in there. Or satchels. You could put 4 satchels into a backpack. Yeah, I think you could fit a whole ton. But what's great about backpacks is that you can put pottery bowls in them.
Pottery stuff.
And each pottery bowl could hold 100 corn or something like that. So you can just like totally just jam it all in there.
Transporting like thousands and thousands of corn.
Yeah, tens of thousands of corn could probably fit into. Whereas if you use crates, you're only gonna have three large crates into a large cart, and that's 900. Yeah. Not to mention how much you can fit into a boat.
Yeah, giant octopus is just struggling inside of the land.
That's really fast turnaround in terms of like casting those tentacles. It takes 30 favor to do that. Are you sacrificing stuff, Pyro? Right, exactly. But when it comes to logs, 900 logs in a single load is amazing. Yeah, it is great. Yeah.